Hey ladies, let's talk about beauty tools. Yay! Okay, so I was probably 30 years old before I stopped using these. Okay, I found these in an old eyeshadow. That is how long it's been since I have used these, okay? If you're worried about makeup application, if you don't think you blend well enough, if you can see brush strokes on your face, if you can see line marks, if you can see your jawline stop here, you're not using the right tools. It may not be that you're using the wrong makeup. It may just be you're using the wrong tools. So we're gonna go over a couple things. First of all, do you remember these bad boys? Okay. I also pulled this from an old compact. I mean, it's disgusting. It's filled with makeup, okay, like down to the pores. So ditch the sponge for sure. Okay, let me show you a couple different options. We have blending buds. Now, I love these blending buds. They're amazing, okay? First of all, they're really dense. Like, you can't even see inside the pores, really. Okay, your makeup does not soak up in these. You run them under the sink, squeeze them out in a paper towel afterward. They're just moist. Put your liquid foundations or your cream foundations or your powders and you just tap. And this blends it in. It just blends it in. No streaks, no fuss, okay? You can wash these. You can disinfect them. You can boil them. Well, microwave them. You can use them over and over and over again. I have had these since March, and they're just starting to wear. Like I'm starting to need a new pair. So I've had them since March, guys, long time, okay? Very affordable option also. If you're going to use liquids on a brush, your brush needs to be extremely dense or the makeup's just gonna go right in. Now, why am I talking about this? Because you're wasting makeup if you're using sponges or brushes that suck the product up, okay? You're wasting your makeup, you're wasting money. So you could be using a $50 foundation and a crappy brush or a yucky sponge, and there goes that $50. Boom, okay? So you want your brushes to be dense. A lot of people are loving the powder puff brush with our liquid foundation. You drop the foundation on the top, tap, 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 and then circle it in. That's great. I love the powder puff brush too. We also have this blusher brush, which is a nice angle, also very dense. Your foundation will sit on top. I like this one better, guys, because you can get into the cracks around your noses and deep into your eye. I love that it's angled. Same flawless coverage, as the powder puff brush. Again, I like the old standby right here, okay? So great tips for face makeup. Dense brushes, thick, not gonna soak your makeup in, blending buds, okay? Now, let's talk about eyes for a minute. Like I said, you can't do anything with these, okay? You can put on a straight line of makeup and that's about it. So let's ditch those. Let's talk about Younique's face brushes, okay? First of all, the deluxe brush. I love the deluxe brush. It is very big, okay? This is the perfect brush for your eyeshadow that you put all over, okay? From the brow to the bottom, all over, okay? Perfect. It just, to me, it's big. It covers a lot of area at one time, okay? Now, how do you get that perfect blended look right here? Crease brush. Guys, I've never used a crease brush until I started working for Younique, okay? The crease brush is amazing, okay? It is perfectly shaped to go right here in your crease. Perfect, it's perfect. Now I bought 2 of these bad boys, okay? I bought one when I used my matte colors and I bought one when I used my shimmer colors. Best investment I ever made. Also, all of our brushes can be washed. All right, this brush is pretty cool. This is our liner shader brush, okay? It's got a liner brush at the end. So if you know anything about our pigments, you know that they can be made into eyeliner. So you would get it wet, make a paste out of it, and then paint it right here. This is also good if you don't like the line that is created sometimes by an eyeliner. You can actually soften it out just by rubbing it. Okay, so that's what this end is for. This end is like the deluxe brush. It's very dense, but it's smaller. I love this for adding shimmers onto my lid, okay? I use this as my lid brush. Whatever I put on my lid, I use this, okay? Awesome brush. Now, for those of you who use our cream shadows or any other cream shadow, we have our cream shadow brush. Very, very dense, okay? The cream doesn't get soaked up into it. Great, awesome brush. And for those of you who are nervous to transform from these to these, this is the perfect brush for you. It has an angled brush on one side, dense and big like the deluxe brush. I like this because it can get all the way up to your brow, okay? Great brush. And guess what it has on the end? A little sponge, okay? A great little converter brush for you newbies who are trying to stick with the old but get a little bit new. Okay, so this may be the brush for you. It is called our Angled Shadow Sponge Brush. Angled Shadow Sponge Brush. Okay. We have a foundation brush as well. I forgot to go over that when I went over the face products. If I use a foundation brush at all, I literally just use it to paint my foundation on, and then I blend with my buds. So this is an optional thing too. And last but not least, one of my favorite tools is our liner shader brush. This is perfect for the brows and the lashes. If you've been shopping, you know that most lash combs are plastic and the teeth are not that close together. They're very far apart. How in the world do you comb through your lashes with a plastic comb with fat teeth that are this far apart? You can't. Metal, skinny, fine, goes right through your lashes. This is our lash comb brow brush. Amazing. Ladies, the right tools matter. They matter. I'm really hoping that, our pencil sharpener. I love our pencil sharpener because it sharpens in a rounded tip. I thought I had a pencil out here, but I don't. I'm sorry. But it sharpens it into a rounded tip. What I love about that is the pointy tips break off, right? You sharpen, 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 you go to use them, and they flick off. Well, guess what? You've just wasted product right there. Nice rounded tips are important. Let me show you. I did find one. Okay? So a rounded tip. I love that. You can't break a rounded tip. Also, one thing that I do use when I do my pencil sharpeners, no matter what pencil sharpener brand you use, instead of cranking the pencil, it's actually better to crank the sharpener. Okay, just a tip that I learned helps prevent your product from breaking as often. So there you have it, Younique's tools. I love them. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.